So, Redline train broke down once again on the Braintree branch. No surprise. Now the whole Braintree branch is paralyzed because it seems that clapped out Cabot is misbehaving again. They dropped down their maintenance. I don't know what's happening because there was a Redline 1800 series that had to have this door malfunctions earlier, and 1721 was isolated on the Ashmont branch. Doesn't matter if it's Braintree or Ashmont, the trains will break down. Well, I'm not sure that maintenance slipped again. So this is the third time we see a maintenance failure today. But yeah, it's always on the Braintree branch. Braintree branch activities. And bad maintenance. Just like at Wellington, maintenance crews failed to inspect the orange line cars properly, and it caught fire.
Braintree train is stopped 2 stops away.
And 1602 derailed because of bad maintenance.
Braintree.
Like the axle corroded.
Stopped 2 stops away.
So they lay in the axles corrode. 1602 jumped the tracks and crashed into a signal box. It's only reactive maintenance. But yeah. Sometimes Cabot does good, sometimes Cabot does bad. Cabot did a great job of cleaning up their cars. But they still break down. They're starting to break down more. Now the train's been stuck there for several minutes. Then now the whole line's jammed up. It's like no buses. At least they're being transparent about it now because they left us in the dark for some time. Sure. Yeah, that's the red line. That's the Braintree branch for you. Oh, sorry that happened to you, Matthews. Yeah, it's more late night buffooneries, and everyone's gonna miss their connections. I don't know. And plus, there's no alternatives north of Quincy Center because they shut down any route below 215 after a certain time. This is 1900s. Not sure. It might have been a CRC. Cheap Railway Corporation. Cheap. Yeah, these CRCs are starting to break down prematurely. Like, we're not even at 100 cars and they're already dying on us. It's unfair. Like, the Orange Line CRCs break down less. And now it doesn't help that U.S. Customs is seizing parts to fix these trains. Now that the T was going to rebuild the 1800s back nearly 10 years ago, they started a program, awarded the contract, have them rebuild 2020. They can last us another 7 years in service. But no, they want to put all the eggs in the CRC basket. To be fair, the Orange Line Hawkers were not rebuilt. They were never rebuilt. But I did risk the seashore. Saved some, but they did not. It's unfortunate.
The next Alewife train arrives in 8 minutes.
Now they released that train.
The following Alewife.
We're not sure that broke down.
Stopped 3 stops away.
They released it, then only for it to stop again. Actually, yeah, that one's stopped. Possible CRC breakdown because that's the one that's been stuck on the tracker for some time. But yeah, CRC. Possibility that 1934 failed. Yep, that's CRC for you. Bit low. Then you get low quality stuff. Then you suffer. Then you have to pay more with the repairs.
Attention, passengers. Shuttle buses are replacing Green Line service between Kenmore and Riverside for maintenance work. Regular service will resume on September 12th. Visit mdta.com/greenline for more information.
Yeah. You notice on the orange line that the CRCs are breaking down way less.
Attention Red Line passengers, trains are experiencing 15-minute delays due to a disabled train at North Quincy.
Disabled train. They can't get the CRC moving.
The next, Braintree. Train is stopped 2 stops away.
Yeah, it's always on the Braintree branch.
Braintree. Train is stopped 2 stops away.
Somebody told me I should have taken an Uber. Yep. Yeah, but it's because of the Cabot Yard reconstruction. Now I'm going to miss my transfer. Yep, 1934. Yeah, brand new train cars built this year that are breaking down. Meanwhile, you have train cars built 56 years ago and they're running better for some reason. Yeah, football. I think I saw a shoe. All right, so yeah, not blaming the Pullmans, just blaming bad maintenance. Probably go to North Quincy because we're not going anywhere. So 210 stops running, 211 stopped running, 217 stopped running. Yeah, so they want to cut service on the buses North Quincy. And look at this. You see a third rail shoe. You can't make any of this stuff up. You're seeing like train parts scattered everywhere. This is literally a third rail shoe. And why are the trains breaking down? Because they're literally falling apart. Literally having train parts scattered. Yeah. Yeah, they're gone. Nothing we can do. Yeah, the 1800s are showing their age. Expected life for subway cars are around 30 years. At least the 1600s still survived.
The next, Get a Wife. Train arrives in 4 minutes.
Now they got the train moving.
The following, Get a Wife. Train is stopped 3 stops away.
Yeah. I heard. I finally got the darn train moving. Maybe I might make my transfer. Yeah, at least the train stops thing stopped. More buffooneries.
The next, Braintree. Train arrives in 1 minute.
No, it's actually going to come in 1 minute.
The following, Braintree. Train arrives in 6 minutes.
Not sure what they're going to do. Yep, and they stopped it again. They're playing games. It goes from 1 minute to stopped. What gives? Yep, more buffooneries. Brought to you by CRC, Corrupt Railway Corporation. Yeah, that's just speed. Yeah, he's pretty famous. Might as well take the Airwife train. I do not see any headlights. I don't know how people like him become famous. But it's whatever. One day I'll have my day. But yeah, it's up to you guys. Help me become famous. Please, please, please. But yeah, it's very unfortunate. Once the gates are fully installed, we can't really wrap in. Yeah, so I'm guessing we're just gonna hop on the Alewife train and see what's going on. Might as well, because we ain't gonna go anywhere. Yeah, we're just gonna take that one. Because if we deploy star buses, we're gonna get first pick. Yep, CRC. Brand new train. Yep, brand new CRC train. Yep, brand new train, fresh from the factory. Yep, that's CRC for you. Corrupt, cruddy railway corporation. No Pullman, but UTDC. No UTDC. Yep, thank you, CRC. This is why you're barred from any U.S. contracts. Yeah, that thing can barely move. 1934. Brand new cars. We can't even get up to 1950. Brand new cars are failing prematurely. What a disgrace. What an absolute disgrace. Anyone that scrapped all the Pullmans. Like, you want to scrap 52 Pullmans when these trains can't even do basic service?
The next train is stop 1. Stop away.
Yep, CRC garbage.
The next getaway train arrives in 7 minutes.
Yep, brand new trains.
Getaway.
Although it was 1500, but it was not 1500. Brand new CRC trains. It is garbage. CRC is garbage. You have brand new trains breaking down prematurely. They function worse than the old trains that they're replacing. Like, CRC should be... Thank God CRC is banned. Get them out of here. It costs more trouble than... I don't know why they banned them off the Braintree branch for briefly. Yeah, There's only in time because CRC belongs over there because they have experience.
Trains are experiencing 25-minute delays due to a disabled train.
Yep, CRC. Brand new CRC garbage.
Attention passengers. The next train is now approaching. Please stand back from the platform.
CRC garbage. CRC. CRC is trash. The orange lines are good, but the red lines are garbage. Like, until they fix all the errors and stop stranding people. No Pullmans or UDCs. They want to put all the stress on the bombardiers. I don't blame the bombardiers for breaking down. They never got their proper rebuild. But come on, CRC. You are fresh from the plant. If I bought something new and it didn't work, then I would return it. But now it's going to cause... Now I'm going to miss my connection again. Yeah, it belongs over there. Because CRC has experience... Doesn't have experience with American trains. They want to... experiment with stuff that doesn't work. At least if we're going to do experiments, do it with smaller orders. You should have done it with the blue line. But nope. Force it on the red and orange lines. Put too much. You put all your eggs in that basket. And now this is what you get. Now I'm going to get stranded. Because the T1s, because of their low contract orders, low bidder by law. Yeah, so the CRCs, with that being said, Laughers, they belong on the orange line. They belong there, but not here. That's what I should have said. They work over there because they have experience over there, but they don't have experience over here. Orange Line got their stuff in order. But this is the second consecutive Orange Line failure. But yeah, close. Yeah, the 700s, they rarely break down. And if the pantograph snaps, that's a rare occurrence. You don't see 700s breaking down left and right. You rarely see them being isolated. Yeah, they could have done They want to do low because it's unfortunate that Siemens left the subway industries. Alstom, Hyundai, Kawasaki, they made the R211s. It's not as bad as the R179 fiascos. But yeah, now they're going to have to reset the contract. They have to reset the contract for this order. Yeah, nice because their CRC is banned from any other future contracts in the U.S. with federal dollars. But yeah, thank God.
Entering Wollaston.
Yes, we have brand new trains. Because Pullman is a great company.
Entering Wollaston, Joseph Gilman, you left.
Pullmans are resilience. That's why we shouldn't let inexperienced parties. We shouldn't have inexperienced contractors with large orders. Just give them smaller orders so they can get comfortable with it. And if they perform well, do the bigger orders. No, see this brand new company, 404 cars to build. And when things go wrong, we act surprised. Meanwhile, the R211 order is like the cars are coming into service so quickly that I'm actually flabbergasted that cars can be delivered that fast. Yeah, the Siemens 700 should last to the 2045, says NAFIS. Yeah, pretty much so. They're very reliable. And I don't see issues with those. Yeah, we'll literally be at the station for almost half hour. Now we're standing by because they had the CRC garbage train. CRC is just a complete disappointment, complete waste of time, money. The CRCs are breaking down along the red line. I think the folks at Wellington, I think they're taking their maintenance more seriously, and they got comfortable with maintaining the CRCs. That the problem is there. You see less isolated doors on the orange line cars. And they run better. No, 16 is a legend. It's a legend, so it's not involved. But yeah, 16 is actually running more better than these rusty corrupt railway corporation CRC. It's trash. So Pullmans are good. They run better. So yeah, 16 got proper maintenance. But now the whole red line is going to be messed up for the rest of the night.
Next stop,
Now everyone's going to miss their connections. I don't know. I think ever since 16 got cleaned, it never really bothered me now. So it's like a brand new train. It's like they gave 16 another chance, and now he's starting his own new adventure. Now we have bigger fish to fry. 16 is good, no issues with it. But the CRCs are now giving me issues. Yeah, but CRC is a disgrace to transit. The Orange Line has redeemed itself, but the CRCs on the Orange Line run better, so they're not. It's like the Red Line batch. Yeah, exactly. CRC is banned, so they should go to All Storm. But yeah, CRC. So basically, we're just going to take 30 minutes to go one station. Yeah, the CR, because of Wilmington, and we want to prioritize the orange line. Yeah, the Hawkers had a good run. Yeah, a lot of things could have been done better. But at least the T did consider canceling the contract with CRC, but they didn't because they had to redesign the car. Blue line, green lines. Yeah, he had some door problems on 7s and 8s. So I think it's all 2 Type 8s with a door failure. And let's see, it's all no 7s with failures. Yeah, CRC. I think we're stopping because the blasted CRC is blocking the line because it can't go over a certain speed. Yeah, CRC can't stay out of its own way, and now we just used the center track at Quincy Center. I think Sideshow should be on 7 bodyguards, but yeah. CRCs. They're gonna make me lose sleep now. It's not the 1600s because I think they actually cracked down on the maintenance and started to maintain the 1600s as they should. But I think they're starting to look like the new tech trains, like the 1800s and some 1700s. I don't think 700s are going anywhere.
Attention passengers are currently standing by. Units have ahead. Machine moves momentarily. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yeah, traffic caused by CRC's incompetence. They don't know what they're doing. If they knew, they would have foreseen this issue. Now we're between Wallaston and Quincy Center. So basically it will take on us a half hour. Let's go one stop. That's where we walked. Yeah, but by the red line, probably. It's always the Braintree branch. Like, if I didn't have to get up early in the morning, it'll be fine. But now I'll lose sleep again. Because CRC doesn't want to do their job properly the first time. This is like 1934 is one of the newest ones commissioned. 1900 didn't break down, but 1934. No, come on, request. Either cab is overwhelmed or they don't care. And Uber's gonna have a field day with us. And taxis. I don't know why they could have crossed it over and sent it back to Cabot, where it belongs. Yeah, well, yep, welcome to Quincy, alright. Strange. Absolutely disappointed in CRC. Just another day, the second breakdown I have to endure today. Second red line mishap. Because when I pulled out my phone for the first one, the doors magically closed. But yeah, they wanted to reset the contract, increase the price for half-washed, half-baked cars. And probably they might be doing unethical stuff overseas, but we don't know that. Now we're going to have to go slow because the train that broke down ahead of us. CRC is doing poor quality controls because the factory's workers are literally watching movies while they're happening the cars because the workers are distracted. That's what I heard. AFA says it's been a whole decade with the CRC contract. Wow, I didn't know that. And we're not even halfway done with the red line. Heck, we don't even have 200 cars of CRC yet. 202 cars. We don't even have 202 cars in service. Not even halfway through the contract. This CRC is Russian. Rhythm clock. Like your metronome. Alright, looking for that. I think it's already fixed up 1504, 1505. Actually, count-wise 1, 2. Just use parts. Use the parts from either 1510. Just use the parts, fix one of the pair, and scrap the other. Yeah, 1950, 2151. There are 200 flipping cars left.
Doors available to your left.
Yeah, Uber is going to be very happy. Then comes the commuter road 2038. But it'll take me 50 minutes to go a few miles. Yeah, we got Big Red, the 1800 and 1802. Now now it smells smoke. So now I searched from the CRC. Now we have the CRCs, and now might be catching on fire now. That's very good, very reassuring. Yeah, they diverted it off. Why did they put CRC on the third track? No, it's the motors. Yeah, they made it seem free because of the late night initiative. Yeah, first night of free service. Look, they have the garbage. At least now they're smart enough to use that middle track. So this is a rare sighting of CRC on the middle track. So basically, the first half, literally, so basically, 1934 and 35 just absolutely failed and had to be pushed by the middle car. So yeah, that's your CRC dumpster fire over there. Literally cannot move under his own power. Yep. Literally. But luckily they recommissioned the third track. That's very smart of them to move it. Yeah, that's what you get. Low bidder contracts and half-baked trains built by people who are watching movies while they're making these trains. It's not... I can't make this stuff up. I wish I could, but I'm not, unfortunately, and it's alarming. Because you see those taillights in the middle of the set. That means 1934 and 35 literally just shut off in the middle of service. They just literally quit. I've never seen a train be pushed in a manner like that. So, like, the trains are literally dying in the service. Brand new trains. $1.1 billion failure. And of course, it happens on the Braintree branch. I don't know why. Sometimes, maybe there was a reason that they run these mostly on the Ashmont branch. I see why. I wouldn't blame them. Yeah, but yeah, brand new CRC trains. It'll probably be cannibalized. And that's CRC garbage for you. Half-baked trains have other words, but I shouldn't use those words because they're not very nice. Let's see what my phone's at. 3%. I want to see why you act like the old train. They actually act worse. They just completely shut off. They're like Teslas. Tesla Cybertrucks of the whales. You just shut off or you can't do anything about it. Cybertrain. You know how like I gave 1975 its own name, Cyber? Like we have Commuter Road 1975, the lawnmower. And we have, yeah, I think that's all I have the names. So now 1934 is now the Tesla train, Cybertrain. But yeah, what a mess. So basically, the middle cars had to push 1934 and the rest of the train out because the lights are off in both of them. So basically, it just shut off. I'm not sure. That's why I'm calling it the Cybertrains. Yeah, they got vandalized. Old trains run better than this. They just don't completely shut off because of their Cybertrain. Because I think somewhat Teslas are not bad, but Cybertrucks. So it's basically the Cybertrain off the rails. But yeah. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it here until service ends. But yeah, that's CRC for you. Low bid. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a nice day, and see you in the next stream. The cars won't last 30 years. Yeah, actually, you're right, MBT 1308. They can't even last 1 year without breaking down. And they had to test these a billion times. But yeah, more on that later. See you on the next stream. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more stuff. Bye-bye.